James Blunt, Ward Thomas. It's called Halfway on BBC Radio Oxford. It's 10 to 7. It's Thursday. It is now time for me to introduce my movie man. It is the one and only Van Connor.
Hell yeah.
Good evening. How are we?
Good evening, Mr. Ball.
It has been a while, Van. It has been a while.
It has. I've missed our chat, sir.
Apart from our little conversations on Facebook, yeah, we haven't spoken for a while. So you are here, of course. You get to visit red carpets all week. You get to see all these amazing movies before they actually come out. And now you can come on and talk about them. So where are we starting tonight?
We're starting with the best film out this week. We're going to start with The Invisible Man, which is Lee Whannell, the director of Saw and involved in the Saw movies and Sinister and Insidious and Upgrade. And now he's reinvented The Invisible Man, the H.G. Wells classic for the modern age. And he's gone full psychosexual sadist thriller on us. And it's incredible. So the general gist here is you've got a possessive, controlling, super freak scientist boyfriend whose imprisoned girlfriend escapes. He takes his own life. She thinks she's free, but strange things start happening, and she has some suspicions. I've got a clip for you of just what those suspicions might be.
He has figured out a way to be invisible. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's not dead. I just can't see him.
Okay. Now, I agree with you. Adrian was brilliant, but it wasn't because of anything he invented. It was how he got in people's heads. You think about it. He came up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. The only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is not inventing it, but making you think he did.
He's not dead, Tom.
Van, I have been wanting to watch this film since I saw the trailer. It looks fantastic, and I'm really glad to hear you say that it is.
It's actually even better than it looks. Elizabeth Moss is terrific in it. It's really sharply written, but more than anything, it's superbly put together. It's got this amazing score by Benjamin Wallfish, but it's all about Lee Whannell's, the way he staged this, his direction behind it. He uses a lot of John Carpenter-like framing, using empty space to build dread and just put paranoia in the forefront of your mind. It's a really atmospheric, really brilliant film. This is the best movie I've seen this year after Parasite so far.
I think everyone's interested in something like this because, let's face it, if we could all choose a superpower, the majority of people would say invisibility, right?
Oh, of course, and then we just hang out in the changing rooms, naturally.
You know, I just think that is absolutely what everyone would choose. So, great. What would you give that, Van? Points out of 10?
I'd give that a solid 9 out of 10. I thought it was tremendous.
Brilliant. All right. Okay, next.
Dark Waters, new film from Todd Haynes, director of Carol a few years ago. This is based on the true story of the class action lawsuit that was undertaken against the DuPont Chemical Company, whom it was discovered were poisoning the citizens of West Virginia in particular, but also most of the United States with PFOA chemicals, or C8 chemicals as they're called. The lawyer is played here by Mark Ruffalo, who undertakes this case and sort of learns the horrifying truth as he starts to attempt to unravel this vast legal conspiracy. I've got a clip for you of him really being taken to task for it.
They should see what they done.
You're right, they should. And it kills me that they won't. But that would mean going to trial and proving that C8 killed your cows. And every scientist who knows anything about any of this already works for these chemical companies. That's not an accident, Earl. Earl, these companies, they have all the money, all the time, and they'll use it. Trust me. I know. I was one of them.
You're still one of them.
So did you say this is based on fact?
This is based on fact. Horrifying facts, once they're all laid out for you as well. Really chilling stuff. Unfortunately, the film isn't quite as good as the story is. Ruffalo's great in it. I mean, he clearly thinks he's stumbled upon his next spotlight, you know, the actual movie spotlight rather than a literal spotlight. Yeah. But if it were a spotlight, it would be one with a slightly dim bulb because it's quite a dowdy, uninvolving a film. He's quite passionate in it, but the film itself lacks that passion. That's a shame given how interesting and how horrifying, as I say, that story is. So worth it for Mark Ruffalo, not so much for anything else, sadly.
Out of 10, what are your Van points?
I'd give it a 6, but that's mostly because Mark Ruffalo, as always, is just so darn good in it.
All right, great. Well, we've got a minute and 20 to talk about your final one, the history of the Kelly Gang.
Well, in which case, we'll probably have to skip the clip on this one. This is the latest retelling of the story of Ned Kelly, the infamous Australian outlaw who formed the Kelly Gang. They would dress up in dresses they'll put dresses on when they were doing their banditry purely because nobody's scarier than a crazy man, was the rationale. He's played here by George Mackay. You've got an all-star cast that includes Russell Crowe, that includes Charlie Hunnam and Nicholas Hoult. Hoult, in particular, is very, very good in it. Charlie Hunnam's trying yet another accent that he can't pull off. I don't know why he keeps doing this. Russell Crowe gets to have a good time. And George Mackay kind of makes up for how sort of passive and Nicholas Lyndhurst-like he was in 1917. But it is a wacky, wild, anarchic film. This might put a lot of people off. For me, it was like Plunkett and McLean meets Sam Peckinpah, which is, for me, a winning combination, but I can understand that wouldn't necessarily work for a lot of people. It's not got a lot of mainstream appeal, but I do think it's pretty good on its own grounds.
Russell Crowe, though, he's good in pretty much everything he's in, so it's going to be fairly good, right?
Well, I mean, we can take Man of Steel off that list, really.
Well, yeah. Fair point. What out of 10 are you going to give that one?
Kelly Gang, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 because I can appreciate how divisive it would be.
Amazing. Van, it's been a pleasure, and we'll be reconvening same time next week.
Till the next time, good sir.
Have a good one.
BBC